Hello and welcome back to Flourish by the Fort. My name is Layla and today I want to show you some seeds that I have bought for our new garden. Some of these I've grown before, some of them I've grown different varieties, and some of them I've never even heard of before, so we want to try some new things for the new garden. First order we got from Seedaholics, who are based in Ireland. The postage took around about a month. However, it was over the Christmas period, so that doesn't matter too much. The postage costs were really reasonable, the website was very nice, and they have a lot of really unusual vegetables and flowers and different things, and really good package sizes and really nice prices as well. The first one we got was the black hollyhock, and I really like the information sheets that they give you and the fact that the seed packets also have the picture on, because that's something I like very much, and also the information sheets. Not only does it have information here about the plants in general, but it has a sowing guide, a cultivation, and also uses for the plant as well, which I think is incredibly useful. I'll keep these. We can reference website obviously, but when you've made a big order it's quite a lot of scrolling and searching. I've grown hollyhocks in the past, but not in this country, so I'm looking forward to giving these a go. I've never grown black hollyhocks. I tried, but they came up a different colour, so I'm hoping that these will be the correct colour. We have a mix of flowers and vegetables in this order, so it's all at random. The second one I have to show you is Amazing Grey, which is a type of poppy. They're very trendy at the moment. I had managed to source some seeds, but it was such a small pack of 25 that I decided to add them to my order when I saw them on Seedaholics website. I think there's approximately 900 seeds in here, which is plenty. I know a lot of people pre-sow these or they overwinter them. However, I find poppies kind of look after themselves. They can also be a bit pesky. So I'm planning just to scatter them where I want them when it's time, probably early spring. Next one I'm really excited about. This is Snake's Head Fritillary. I have not seen these in the wild, but they are a wildflower here. Typically you can buy them in bulbs. I have tried bulbs in the past of these, probably in not damp enough area or the correct condition. So I've decided to try and start these from seeds. It says that you can sow them from October to February. I'm not sure if they will flower in the first season, but I'm very much looking forward to it. I do believe that they like damper conditions. These seeds do need cold stratification, which means they need a period of cold to germinate. February it'll be plenty cold here, so that should work out just fine. We have clay soil at our allotment, so I think that this should work really well. We are planning to put a small wildlife pond in there, and these will go around the wildlife pond. Next one we have is the Persian cornflower. I usually do grow a perennial cornflower, but it's slightly different, a blue one that you see, not the blue annual ones that you scatter and you see in wildflower mixes. I will try and insert a photo of the perennial cornflower. And this was a really nice one. It reminded me a bit of a thistle, and I'm pretty sure that bees and butterflies will love it, so I decided to give a go with this one. There's 100 seeds in here, and it says it's a hardy perennial, so I'll probably share some plants out with my plot neighbours if they would like them, and some friends as well. This is Phlox Drummondii, or Phlox as everyone knows them as, and this is the Creme Brulee. And these are another really trendy flower at the moment. A lot of people are growing these, also for cut flowers as well. I have not had the best of luck with phlox before, so I'm hoping that these work. Again, I had managed to source a smaller volume of seeds of this variety, but decided to order more from this company. There are 225 seeds in this pack, so I should have plenty of time. Finally onto a vegetable. This is chicory, or radicchio. Did I say that right? It says it's a late variety, and it is variety Variegated de Castelfranco. I'm very sorry if I'm saying that wrong. These are beautiful. These were the first seeds I put in my basket at Cedarholics. I think they look really nice. I wanted to grow some different leafy vegetables, hoping I can keep the slugs and snails off them. So these are a type of chicory, and they're from Italy originally. It's also called the Rose of Winter because of its form and unusual colour. I just think it's gorgeous, even for ornamental value. I think it's beautiful, but I'm pretty sure our chickens will love it, possibly our tortoises, and I'm really hoping that we do too. There are 1,800 seeds in here. Already promised to share some with a friend. Next up we have cucumber, or it's a lemon cucumber, which apparently doesn't taste like lemon at all. They look like balls. They're also known as the crystal lemon or the crystal apple because they are somewhat apple shaped. Apparently they don't taste like apple and they don't taste like lemon, they just taste like a cucumber. I thought they looked nice, looked interesting. I really got into pickling different types of cucumbers and gherkins last year, so I'd like something different. This is a really old variety from 1894. A lot of the varieties from Cedarholics tend to be heirloom or older varieties, so we wanted to try and give some of these different ones a go. They're grown like any other cucumber. Next up we have Onion North Holland Red Mate. It's not a very Dutch name. These are a spring onion of sorts, but they can also be left to bulb as well. I decided I've not had the best of luck with onions, both sets and seeds here, so I wanted to give some Dutch varieties a go to see if they'd be more suitable for the climate. However, I've noticed that onions seem to grow very well at the plot. I've just become more aware of onion pests, so I hope to protect them at the peak times of onion fly and allium root fly as well. I thought they looked really nice. I want to put a lot of colour into our plot. I want the vegetables to look like the rainbow. I think it's more interesting for us and it looks pretty. I have a bit of an obsession with sweet peas. I don't need any more. But this is Sweet Pea Black Knight and it's a grandiflora type. It's an heirloom sweet pea as well. You can start sowing these in October. I do have some October sown sweet peas. Obviously I haven't sown these yet. I've never grown this variety before. Last season, 2021, was the first season I've had really good luck with sweet peas. I followed some guides by Swan Cottage on Instagram. She does a lot of videos and stories, grow-alongs, and I was really able to get a lot of knowledge from there, and we had a really successful sweet pea season and I'm just in love with them. They keep giving and giving. They have so much scent and they are so lovely and look posy on any table. At one point I had them on every table in the house. They just look so nice, so I really wanted to grow these. I also really like black flowers and typically they're not very black at all. We had a variety last year called Almost Black. They were almost black. I found them a bit weak and a bit thin and they weren't great for germination, so I'm hoping that these are a better variety. There is only 30 seeds in here, but that's plenty to be getting on with. I will do a end of January, start of February sowing of the rest of my sweet peas. I had done probably enough for our home garden when I sowed the autumn sowing sweet peas. However, now we have more space, I grew even more sweet peas. This is a completely new one to me. This is Perilla shiso. I am not even going to try and pronounce their other word. You can see it on here. It's another leafy herb, I guess. It is called a herb, yeah. Attractive plant, often grown simply for ornamental value. It's an excellent addition to the herb garden or can be used in ornamental in containers or on the border. It has a pleasant odour and is easy to grow. The flowers are attractive to bees and butterflies and the foliage will last all through summer and into autumn. It's a Japanese variety I believe, and it's used all over Asia to season vegetables, rice, soups and fish. And they look nice as decoration as well. I really want to give, as I say, more leafy things a go, and they're beautiful, absolutely stunning. It says 80 to 85 days to harvest, which is not too bad. I will start these in March. Oh, April, March, yeah, April to September. Yeah, I'll probably do them in March. a lot of sowing to do in March. Next one is Pak Choy. I grew them this last season for the first time as an autumn sown one. I was a little bit late in the season and they all got eaten by caterpillars. So this is Pak Choy F1 Red Wizard. We like stir fries, so I would like to grow more Pak Choy type, more Asian type vegetables. Often they're quite hardy as well. This is a dark red speciality variety that produces crops that have consistent colour even with summer temperatures. These can bolt in summer typically, so we didn't have a very warm summer last summer, but previous summers have been incredibly warm. It's good for our tomatoes, not great for leafy things or brassicas, so I hope that these would be good. They've also got good cold tolerance as well, and it has a more upright habit which makes harvesting easier. We can use these as like salad leaves in the baby leaf stage. There is 400 seeds in this pack. Wanted to grow more brassicas, and typically in the past we have tried giving sacrificial plants in our wildlife area to the butterflies, but they don't respect boundaries. So we're just going ahead and we're going to plan to do more nets and protection areas. We will give them some sacrificial plants too, but we're going to try and make it work. Now this is a early autumn sweetheart cabbage, an oxheart type, and the name is here. I can't say it. I love an oxheart type cabbage. They're my favourite types rather than the big round ones. I always find them easier to prepare and I think they look nice as well. We want to grow more useful vegetables and grow more useful things over autumn and winter as well, and brassicas are perfect for that. Also there's less issues with butterflies. I did try growing some autumn sown Durham early variety, but again the caterpillars got it. It's my own fault, I didn't close the greenhouse. So these are really nice cooked, and also you can use them in coleslaws as well. And I've just realised on the back they've even put good companion plants as well. These information sheets are just fantastic from Seedaholics, really like them. Next one is Beet Bull's Blood. These are grown primarily for their leaves, but they will bulk out. I love beetroot, I love pickled beetroot, so I want to get some other varieties as well that are better for pickling, but these will be quick wins, easy for salads. It's a dual purpose variety, known for its deep red coloured leaves. It has been used for both ornamental and culinary uses since the Victorian time, so this one and the cabbage before are both heirloom varieties. This is used also by commercial growers apparently. There's 100 seeds in here, which is actually not that much, but it'll be plenty. It's a very hardy plant as well, and will sow successively from early spring to autumn. Let's see if I remember. Succession sowing is also not one of my fortes, but I need to get into it. We're on the brassica theme again. This is Turnip Snowball, mini or baby turnip. It's so cute. It's a very popular first-class globe variety with solid flesh and juicy sweet mild flavour. It's best harvested when it's no larger than a tennis ball. I'm not the most patient person, so this works for me. It's also an heirloom variety and it was introduced pre-1865. Again, it's saying partial shade, and we'll be looking at sowing can start as early as late February under cloches, and also succession sowing. They're really sweet. I don't grow many turnips here, I don't eat many turnips. It's something I want to introduce more different vegetables to our diet. I used to eat them quite a lot in Scotland. Another onion. This is a sweet red onion. It's called, I'm not saying it, this one here. I think this is, yeah, this is an Italian onion. And it's very, very sweet. It's supposed to be very good for stews and also for caramelization. I thought it was a nice shape. It's kind of a bit shallotty. There's a lot of text about this. I'm not going to read it all to you. I'm probably going to start sowing these guys soon. It says late winter to early spring, otherwise sow in February under cloches. So a lot of people sow onions on Boxing Day, but our last January's and February's have been really grim, so I decided to hold back on early sowing. I have some seedlings already planted out from late autumn sown, so I've just gone with that. Looking forward to these. This is another one, another red onion, again with the colourful varieties. This is a bulbing red onion called Red Creole, 700 seeds in here. And it was originally became a standard crop onion in Louisiana. I said I was going for Dutch, and so far there's been one Dutch one, an Italian one, and an American one. It's a medium maturing, open pollinated, short day red onion. It's a spicy sweet flavour. It's got drought tolerance as well. I don't think that might be an issue up at the allotment. And we're to sow it in autumn or late winter to spring. Again, it says February, so we'll give that a go. And this one is Onion Density 4. Now, before I decided that I was mainly going to grow from sets because I'd had rubbish luck with seeds, I ordered these. So we'll give them a bash anyway. There are approximately 800 seeds in this pack, and it's a very popular and reliable variety for well over 100 years. It's ideally suited to our climate, producing medium to large globe-shaped straw-coloured bulbs with pure white flesh and good flavour. Can be grown from autumn through to spring and harvested in August. It's a main crop onion, and it says February again, so we'll give that a go. That was all the seeds from Seedaholics. I'm really happy with the order. It came in a nice little box. I'll try and show it without, yeah. Came in this box here. I chose not to go for tracked delivery, so it was €4.50. But I'm really happy with it. A friend ordered on the same day as me and received theirs a few days earlier, so it was just luck of the post really. I'm hoping to have good germination rate from them. I'm really happy with all the information that they provide and the seed packs as well. The seeds ranged in prices. They were from $174, $198, $234, $290. The most expensive ones here were $290, and that was the amazing grey. There's so many seeds in there. I don't grudge that at all. I think the cheapest were $156, which were the Pak Choy. So really reasonable prices for these seeds from Seedaholics in Ireland. I will put a link down below so that you can check out their website as well. I'm not sponsored in any way from them. The next order I want to show you is from a Belgian company called Heirloom or Heirloom, depending on where you are and how you want to pronounce it. I came across them, they were recommended to me last year, and I made the bulk of my tomato orders with them. I have a bit of a problem with tomatoes and peppers that I order too many for the greenhouse space that I have. Previous summers we've been able to grow tomatoes outside without any issue here in the Netherlands. However, last year it rained from August and continued to rain. My tomatoes went from beautiful to blight ridden and on the floor in about 3 days in August, so only the inside tomatoes survived. I'm not quite sure I'm going to tackle it next year. I'm trying to grow more blight resistant varieties and some more heirloom varieties, so we'll see how that goes. This order was mainly for peppers and chillies. I have really enjoyed preserving them, making chili jams this year, and also pickled jalapenos for Mexican dishes, so I wanted to grow as many as possible. I have had better luck growing them in pots, also slightly too small pots, and I've had really good harvests from them. The ones that I've put in our raised beds have been quite small, or they've not produced very much. I've tried some new varieties, and typically I've gone for also very pretty ones. I don't tend to grow very hot ones. There is one exception here, I've just realised, but typically don't grow very hot varieties. The reason being is I've got very sensitive skin and I don't like chopping them. Even normal jalapenos I find difficult to chop and have to ask my husband to do that, otherwise I get sore skin for several hours. Receiving Heirloom seeds are very quick. Delivery has been free in my experience in the past. The first order I made with them I got a free gift, the second one I didn't. I don't know if that was a new customer thing. The packs are small but reasonably priced, typically around €2 to €3, something like that. Some of them have 5 if they're rarer varieties. Most of them seem to have about 10 seeds in them. It's enough for me to get some germination and get some plants out of there and try all kinds of different types. I have first up Sugar Rush Stripey. I was really attracted to this pepper. I'm going to show you on my phone. Maybe we'll insert a picture because they don't have it on their website anymore. These come in 5 seed packs, so I ordered 2 just to make sure I had some germination, and they're really beautiful. I'm not even sure if that shows up on the camera. They're peach and they're stripy, as the name shows. However, they are not very sugary. I have just read on a website that they are 25 to 50,000 Scovilles, which I don't think I realised when I purchased them. The second ones I have ordered are Sugar Rush Peach. They're very similar to the Sugar Rush Stripey, and they are, like the name says, peach. We'll insert a picture. This variety was founded by a Welshman in 2012. They are irregularly shaped, elongated with a peach colour. Yeah, apparently I didn't stick to my no heat hot peppers because these are 50 to 100,000 on the Scoville chart. They're hot but useful, and they are good for fermentations and sauces. I think the reason that I purchased some hotter ones were some of our jalapenos and chili jams were just not, they didn't have any spice at all by the time I'd added sugar and tomatoes. So that's why I ordered some extra spicy ones. But I'll have to be really careful with these. They are very high yields, easy to grow, and the plants can exceed 1 metre, which is about 3.5 feet, in good conditions, and they require good support and enough room to grow. Next up is Jalapeno Deadpool. There are 10 seeds in here. I love jalapenos. Jalapenos. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. These are a cross between Jalapeno Mammoth and Count Dracula. Count Dracula are one of the really trendy ones you see on Instagram right now. I believe that they're purple or black fruit, and I think they might have variegated leaves, I'm not sure. These guys are conically rounded and 5 to 7 centimetres long. They ripen from green through black to red. They are crispy. Their heat levels between mild and hot. I think jalapenos are generally around about 5,000. There are some pictures on the website, but I'll just give you a quick glimpse of them. They kind of look like your standard red ones. I'm interested to see if they actually do go black. Next up we have Black Namaqualand. I'm so sorry if you developed this or you know how to say it. Feel free to tell me in the comments how to say it. There are 10 seeds in here. They ripen from a black to deep red. They are around about 30,000 on the Scoville chart, and they have black and green leaves, which is probably one of the reasons it attracted me. And yeah, the leaves are really beautiful. And it's really nice to have pretty coloured foliage. Last year I grew some variegated peppers. Peppers were awful, probably the weather rather than the variety, but the variegated leaves gave me a lot of joy. So next up, never saying this, I don't know how to say that. There are 10 seeds in here, and it's a peachy orange variety. I'm going to get some information for you. That's what they look like. Orange salmon colour, peppered with very high yields, hot and spicy and very aromatic. They look good, they'll be good in jam. Happy days. Next up we have Cayenne Lilac. I've never grown any cayenne peppers, even though they're a very typical pepper to grow. Everyone seems to grow them. They're not very lilac-y, if I'm honest, they're more kind of purpley black. It says elongated thin fruit, 6 to 8 centimetres, ripens from green, black, purple to finish to a dark red. It's not very lilac, is it? 30 to 50,000 on the Scoville. Bushy plants, ideal for drying and grinding. That was one of the reasons I got these. I got a dehydrator a year or so ago, so I'd like to dehydrate more peppers and do some like sprinkle stuff. Next up, I ordered more tomatoes. I'm really sorry. I can't help myself. I literally can't help myself. I want to grow so many tomatoes. I'm hoping to get a small polytunnel up at the allotment. I need to grow more tomatoes. I love eating them. I love eating them in everything, cooked or raw. And when they've got pretty ones, it's even more exciting for me. So when I went on to order specifically peppers and chilies, I ordered more tomatoes that I didn't need. First up, we have Maria Kohler. There's 10 seeds in here. And I'm going to read up the information about it. It's a recent creation from Irina's Tomatoes in Germany, named after Maria Kohler. She's a maker of a wonderful film and a tribute to the tomato, Triumph der Tomato. Was that a film? Anyway, she passed away in 2019 at the age of 62. And this tomato has similarities with Maria. She's radiant, vibrant and tough. Pretty cool to have a tomato named after you. There are heart-shaped red, yellow, orange striped tomatoes with cork flecks inherited from fireworks, which is one of the parent plants. They also have a typical small nipple of the other parent plant. They are soft and creamy flesh texture with a fruity, mild taste. High yields with the second part of the season. I did look up different types of yields and when they are, if they're early or later one, because I want to try and stagger my crops and harvests over throughout the whole season. They're a very strong variety and they look absolutely amazing. I love them. I really love them. One thing I can't super tell is what size they are. Typically it says what kind of size plant they are, but they're really beautiful anyway. Really nice stripy colour. There's a lot of stripy tomatoes out there. Next up we have Rebel Starfighter Prime, which sounds like a video game rather than a tomato variety. There are 10 seeds in this packet and I'm sucked in by the name and I'm not ashamed of it. They are beautiful, stripy. They remind me a little bit of Brad's Atomic Grape Tomato, which everyone raves about at the moment. The insides remind me a bit of Noir de Creme or the Black Creme tomato. The information says it's a recent variety. The heart-shaped fruits are from 150 to 300 grams. Intermediate growing plants with regular foliage. And there's good yields from mid-season, a strong variety that can withstand the heat. I would expect most tomatoes to withstand the heat, to be honest. Oh yes. I was sucked in by more stripy tomatoes. So these are the Green Lantern Lights. There are 10 seeds in this pack. They are gorgeous. So pretty. I like stripy tomatoes, especially if they taste good. The insides kind of look a bit like a Halloween monster. I've never grown any green tomatoes yet. It says it's a tomato variety from Tom Wagner, introduced in 2012. They're a large beefsteak type from 200 to 250 grams. They have green, red, orange striped skin. Firm and dense green flesh, marbled red, good taste, sweet with slightly less acidity. They are indeterminate plants with medium vigour and regular thin foliage and are productive from mid-season. Happy with those. They look really nice. I think I'm probably gonna try and germinate 3 from each variety that I have, hoping that I've got 1 or 2 plants from each type and see where we go from there, because I have so many different tomato seeds. I want to see which ones enjoy it here. That's it now for my seed hauls. You've seen both of my seed orders that I have recently received, one from Seedaholics and one from Heirloom. I will try and do some updates later on in the season, showing the vegetables that I have highlighted here and the flowers of course, and see how well they've grown in our conditions. I have 2 different types of soils that I can grow them in, both clay at the allotment and sandy loam type soil at home. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe to see future videos. Bye bye for now.